Alright YouTubers, what's happening? We got another knife video for you, and this is a budget knife from Kubey. Do what you never did. I love these little sayings they have on there. Keep knife away from children, blah blah blah. So this is the Kubey unisex small size fast opt knives, light blue stain finish. I'm sorry, that's hilarious. That is not light blue, that's natural G10, and it's satin finish, not stain finish, but whatever. This is the D2 model. You'll see it on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below. You may have already seen it on Amazon. It is a $28 knife, sporting D2 steel, a bearing flipper with natural G10 handles. They offer it in black. Oh, there's a few different colors. Let's see real quick. You got like a coyote brown, dark green, and black. And some come with stonewash and some come with satin. The natural G10 was not available in stonewash. I would have gone that way, but I like this color. I like the natural G10. It looks cool. So let's go ahead and give you the basic specs on this guy. This guy here has a overall length of 7.1 inches with a 3.1 inch blade, 4.1 inch handle. Blade thickness is 0.98 and 0.098, excuse me, and it's made out of D2 steel. And like I said, G10. So I'm going to go into more detail of the materials in this knife and some cutting tests here in a minute. I'll put the footage in here shortly. I actually did have to take this knife apart because the pivot kept coming loose. It's interesting, it doesn't use torque screws, it uses flathead, but this pivot kept spinning and getting loose, and so I ended up putting some blue Loctite on there. But the action is fantastic. It is very smooth. It was pretty much dropped shut until I had to tighten the pivot. So, but it's still very, very smooth. Nice action. Good ergonomics in the handle. I'll go over that when I do some cut tests, how comfortable it was to handle. There's a few improvements I'd make, and we'll cover that at the end of the video after I roll in that footage. But before I do that, let's take a look at some other options in this price range. You have the Parrot by QSP, which I really like. 440C. I'd rather have D2 than 440C though. You have the LA Police Gear bearing flipper on S35, a little bit bigger knife, and a great budget offering from Tucson. A little bit more money, but you get D2 bearings, ceramic bearings, and titanium. So, but it is more money, depending on where you. I don't think you're going to find one for as cheap as that. Really, the best. You know, these three right here are three budget options that are in the same kind of price category. They're in that $25 to $35 price range. So the Kubey is a brand I'm not familiar with. It is a Chinese company. There's tons of them on Amazon selling knives. Girl is another one. Kubey. Kubey actually makes some titanium frame lock knives as well. So there's just so many brands out there. It's so hard to keep track anymore because they're just coming out of the woodworks lately. But they contacted me about reviewing this knife, and I said, sure. You know, it's a brand I didn't know much about, and I was interested in maybe checking something out. I'm getting the pants out because I want to show you the worst part of this knife. I don't know why I'm focusing on that right now, but I am. The pocket clip. It's horrible. Horrible pocket clip. It's hard to get on your pants. Look at that. I can't even like get it over that without. You have to lift this up, so you're gonna have to bend that if you really want it to work well. It's super long, way longer than it needs to be, and it's pretty. I mean, it's not even close to being deep carry. You have a ton of knives sticking out of your pocket, so there's literally no reason for a lanyard hole, because you have so much knife sticking in your pocket. So the pocket clip needs a redesign. I'm not sure where you do it unless you incorporate it into this screw here, or you took out the lanyard hole and made it kind of more, you know, straight across and down. You could do that. But that is one of the worst parts of the knife, is the pocket clip, which, you know, it's not surprising because it's one of those things that a lot of companies don't get right on knives. It's the pocket clip. It's one of those this is a good one here, a very important feature, and they totally mess it up. So it's interesting, but that's my really only one complaint about the knife, honestly, is the pocket clip. So let's go ahead and roll in some footage for you of the disassembly and reassembly and the cut test I did with this knife, and then we'll wrap up the video. Alright, so I processed all that cardboard down so it'll fit. That Huggies box, man, they don't make cardboard like that anymore. That thing's probably really old, and it was brutal, but I got through it, and it's still shaving arm here, no problem at all. So still sharp. I think it's real D2. We'll see. Handle was comfortable during use. I would like some jimping. There is no jimping up here, so I would, you know, if they do a second version of this knife, definitely add some jimping right there, because where the handle sits, right where your thumb sits, right there, it needs some jimping. It's a little slick. I didn't ever like fall forward on it because of the flipper guard and the handle guard right here. So your hand's not gonna move forward, but your thumb does slip a little bit when cutting. So that's one thing I would like to see. There is a little side-to-side play now, but that's, as I've been flipping this knife, I've noticed this pivot is loosened up. So I'm going to just Loctite that. That'll be an easy fix, but super smooth, good action out of the box. Not bad for $28, $27 on Amazon. Definitely worth picking up for the D2. I like the natural G10. It comes in black and some other colors as well, but not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, so we're going to see what's inside this Kubey D2 knife, because this pivot keeps coming loose on me. So I'm going to Loctite it. There's absolutely none from the factory. And all the screws on this guy are flathead, which is interesting. No torques to be found, so kind of cool. I guess this knife could be maintained with like a Swiss Army knife, or you know, just a small pocket screwdriver. You don't have to have a specialized Torx bit. I'm just using my little Weehaw driver, Boker, stubby Weehaw driver. It's magnetic, which is great. Just threw a regular bit in there. So it comes apart nice and easy. You know, it has pretty heavily skeletonized liners inside. The ball bearing, you can see the ball bearing pivot there. That's easy enough. Alright, so you got really heavily skeletonized liners, which is a nice touch for a $27 knife, guys. 27 bucks. You got G10, in this case the natural G10. Yep, you got ball bearings, both sides. It's stainless steel, so it doesn't have to worry about it wearing on the titanium. Got lots of oil in here. Not too bad. So pretty well put together knife here. Simple construction. You got 2 body screws and 1 pivot screw. You got some oil in the knife. Let's clean her out a little bit. I mean, I doubt it's going to get much smoother than it already is. So it's just a matter of, I got to clean up that blade after breaking out on that cardboard, but there you go. Simple construction. Stop pin, a couple standoffs there. Oh, and the bearings fell out. The bearings, funny enough, are like a natural G10 color, kind of like the natural G10. Let's do it this way. Throw some very small amount of nano oil. I don't like to overdo it. I think maybe 1 or 2 drops is probably plenty. Some of that detail. Alright. Okay, simple enough. Nothing special going on in there, so simple construction. We're gonna get it Loctited, let it sit for 24 hours, and yeah, see how it does. So when this video is live, I'll just inject this part of the video into the middle or something. But I thought I was going to take it apart anyway to Loctite the pivots, so I thought why not show you guys the insides of this $27 Kubey D2 knife. And I gotta tell you, budget knives have dramatically gotten better over the years, man. Seriously. Especially the Chinese companies. I think they're making the names for themselves, and I'm sure the prices will go up. They can't really stay at this price for too long, I don't think, with D2 steel and a bearing pivot, but alright. Some Loctite. I meant to buy the gel stuff, and I bought this crap again. It works good, but it's just messier. Heard the gel stuff is good. I remember I bought this, probably Amazon or something. That perfectly centered when it went back together too. No play. A little more squeeze there. Alright. I'm gonna leave her alone, let that Loctite settle. Should be good. Alright guys, so I did well in the cut test. It's comfortable in the hand. Like I mentioned, I wish it's, you know, if I was going to improve anything on this knife, it would be the lack of jimping here. Obviously, the clip. It does, like you saw in the Disassembly, has skeletonized liners, really skeletonized liners, which makes the knife pretty lightweight. It's about 3 ounces if I remember right. Could be lighter. Can't be right. Scale has been such a piece of crap. It's just so much smaller than my other scale. I don't know what its deal is. It's like I'm trying to zero it and it keeps. There we go. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was about 3 ounces. So it's pretty light. 3 ounces, not bad. It's not a very big knife, so it could be lighter if it didn't have stainless steel, and it's a little thicker, but again, not bad. The relief to disengage the lock is really nice. The action is really nice. It's comfortable handle, really comfortable handle. The nice G10, I like that. You know, like I said, the flipping action is great. Now that this has got Loctite, it hasn't come loose, which is fantastic. So for $27.99, I believe, 28 bucks on Amazon. I'll leave a description link below to my Amazon store. You can buy it. It's fantastic because you get D2 steel and it's a flipper and it's got a smooth action. And if you can get over that pocket clip, there's no reason, you know, it's great value, 28 bucks with D2. Again, I showed just another one of my favorite ones in this price range, is the Tech Cut Zero, not Tech Cut, the QSP Zero, not Zero, Parrot. The Tech Cut Zero is another great knife. Someone just asked me about that one, that's why I'm saying that. The Tangram Santa Fe is another one in this price range that I like. The rake knives, P801. That's another one. So lots of good budget options. I did a video, top 50 budget knives of 2017. I plan on doing that for this year, and this very well could make that video. So I want to thank QSP again, or not QSP, sorry. I'm getting my brands all screwed up. Kubey for sending this knife out for review. I think you have a great model here. The only thing I would change is the pocket clip, and then adding jimping right here on right where your thumb's gonna sit. Your thumb slips very easily right there. You got a nice choil here, and then the flipper to protect your hand, so it's not going to slip forward, but that definitely slips right there. So those are really the big 2 improvements I would make on this knife, is change the pocket clip somehow and put some jimping there, and you're good to go. But for 28 bucks, you can't complain too much. The natural G10 is good looking. You got a couple different colors. Yeah, there you go, guys. That's my review on the Kubey D2 model. Did a fine job. Still has Good, pretty sharp. I did quite a bit of cardboard cutting. This is going to be just a stupid. I don't even know why I did that. Let's go ahead and shave some more here. So after doing all that cardboard, still shaves arm hair very easily, no problems at all. So still sharp. I don't doubt that it's D2 steel. D2 is so common these days that a lot of companies use it, that especially Chinese companies. So China D2. But all right, guys, that's gonna wrap up the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.